back with another art making session today, Saturday, May 2nd. And today I thought I would try to work on this collage that I've been working on for a couple of other sessions. And I like the way it's starting to really look like a landscape right here. But this is bothering me. I like this. It looks like water. So I want to try to remedy that. And I tried scraping at it. It was pretty black, and now I'm going to apply another layer of paper and collage over the top and see if I can push that back. And then I want to probably, well, I'm not sure yet how I want to handle around this either moon or sun like image here. So I thought I'd start with this. And then I have some other areas of this that I'd like to darken and really get some better contrast going. I like the composition, but it's a little bit lacking in contrast between light and dark areas. So I thought I'd see what I can do about that today. And also, I keep forgetting for the past couple of live streams, I wanted to give a shout out, as they say, to new subscribers. And a fair number of you have come over from Refashion Rebels over on School. We're a community of people who like to refashion clothing and other fashion accessories. So thanks, all of you Refashion Rebels, for joining me here too. So I've got to let that dry, and then I'm going to work over here and right here. And I'm going to push this down a little bit so that I can see if anybody does make a comment, I can see what you're saying. So this is a lot of layers of scrap papers, and I wanted to see if I could make good art with it. And I sanded it, and there are a few areas where the paper is rough, and I'm just going to keep working on it a little bit more. So something here, and I really like the way this almost looks like a reflection in water over here, but I feel like this needs to be darker. And so I'm going to try to come in with some watercolor and darken that up a bit. See if I can get more contrast here. And the thing is, I'm really combining a lot of media that doesn't really necessarily go together. I've been using acrylic gloss medium to glue things down, and I've been using some acrylic paint, and then I've been using watercolor, so it's kind of a real mix, and I want to see if that's really going to work for me. So if you're new here, this is a place where I like to just sit down and make something without overthinking things and see where the materials lead me. And after I've had a chance to let it dry, I usually try to go back and take a look and see what else I could do to take it a little further. I'm hoping that that dries enough that I can work up there. And so now over here, I peeled some of that paper off because it was kind of rough. And I like that sort of yellow green. And then I have this really interesting powdered, watercolor here. This one is, it's called Brusho. See if we can zoom in there and see what it's doing. It's really interesting how it's going on that color, and then it'll look green with the addition of more water. I think that's an interesting look. So when I started this piece, I had no idea that it would go in this direction and look kind of like a landscape. Let me see if I can, okay, zoom back out a little bit for you. So I gotta let that dry, and then I glued that down earlier to try to push that. There was this rectangle floating there and it wasn't working for me. So I want to do something. I want to maybe lighten this area. It feels like this needs to be maybe the mid-tone and then push the sky back if that's the sky. Got it upside down right now. I've got this white ink and I've not used it before. Sorry about that. And I don't know if this is a water-based ink or what, but I might just try to see what happens if I put some of this on here. Try to lighten this up. I don't know how opaque it is and if it's water-based. Kind of want to come around here and lighten this area. I guess it must be water-based. It seems to be working. It's a really thick ink. Well, it's called ink anyway. And then this paper peeled off over here, so I think I'm going to do something else up there too. I don't know what yet. And I'm going to have, this be dark over here. The landscape, maybe those are trees in the distance. Let's turn it around so that it's. Thank you so much. It's coming along. I'm hoping that this is the final take on this one. I didn't really know where it was headed when I started. Let's see if I can bring some more up here. This white, kind of like that. This started out as just random scraps. You can see it in my other live stream replays from the past couple of Saturdays. And I just kept working on it to see, where it would go. And then it started to present itself as a landscape. So I said, let's just go with that. And this is again that powdered, I guess, watercolor, which is just so interesting to me. How it starts to spread. You can see it moving. I really like it. I think I need a little more. You just poke a little hole, otherwise if you dump the whole thing on, you're in trouble, I think. I think I'm liking that better with that. If you look at the previous live stream, you'll see there was a big rectangle floating there and it was just not working, but I think this is working. So let's go over here. I want to put something up in this area here just to tone it down a little bit. Seems a little light. Really like that green, but I also like maybe to pick up some of that. Just using some watercolor here to see. I can blend that in a little. Let's see if I can take you out away from it a little bit more. I don't know if I am quite happy with that yet here. I was thinking maybe if I pull some more of this paper off, it's kind of wet. Reveal a little bit more of what's happening underneath there. It's kind of I want that to get darker right there. And this is just like a black acrylic paint stick. I think I can maybe deepen that with this instead of the watercolor. Well, I think really? Which part? That part right there? Maybe we need to fix that. Well, you know what? You can imagine it to be anything you like, right? Yes, that's the idea there. Maybe I need to do some more work over here. Let's not have this look like let's now an upside down cowboy boot, right? No, it can just be abstract too, right? I mean, it doesn't have to be. Uh, it seemed like a landscape to me. And then that, I like that better. Yes, Joe, yes. Uh-huh. Abstract with recognizable shapes. Yeah, absolutely. So I got rid of the St. Patrick's Day Christmas stacking over there. And I actually really like this, the way this is. I don't know, let me see if I can back you out a little bit. I have just an iPhone on a ring light, so it's not exactly. Some people have really nice cameras that they can kind of zoom in and out on, but that's not where I'm at with things right now. So I think that this is, I like this quite a bit now after getting rid of that floating rectangle and the floating Christmas stocking. And, I peeled a little paper off there. I made this a little heavier over here. Maybe that, I like the way that looks lighter right there. Maybe I could go lighter in there. And that this almost seems like a reflection. I don't want to get too literal with it. I kind of like leaving it pretty abstract. I think I might be done with this. I think I might be done. I think I'm kind of happy with this. I sort of feel like I could finish this in here a little bit more, like a hill. But otherwise, oh, that white mixed in with that in an interesting way. I'm not sure I like that. Let's put some more of our brusho in there and see if that helps. It's just water. Yes, iPhones are pretty powerful tools. When you think about YouTube, it really is amazing, isn't it? They're just regular people can just come on and, you know, share share things. It's just pretty amazing. Well, I think I'm going to be finished with this one today. And I think I'm taking the two previous live streams from this and this one, and I'll be making a long form video. So that's what I've been doing, trying to move to doing, which is my live streams, and then kind of having resolution uh, in a long form video that follows after. So, once again, I just want to say thank you so much. Oh, yes, Joe, thank you so much for being here and sharing in my process with me. And I will be back again on Wednesday. And I think next Saturday, it's not, well, not I think, I know it's my granddaughter's birthday. She's turning 9. And I probably will not be doing a live stream Saturday because I'll be at her dad's house where they're having a party. And I think the following Saturday, I might be in South Carolina. So if I do a live stream, I'm going to be visiting a friend. Oh, actually, I think I'm going to be driving. So no. I think I'm going to be driving to South Carolina to visit my friend, but we might be bringing our watercolors and doing some watercolor painting. She and I watercolor painted together many years ago in graduate school. And yeah, I might be doing that. So I don't know. I'll be here on Wednesdays and I'll try to get some more of my live streams turned into long form videos. And I'll be here all summer too. So thank you once again. And thanks for my new subscribers. I'm really excited. I have 250 subscribers now. Thank you so much. Until next time, have a great day.